Hey guys, I just wanted to share my not a bot testimonial thing with you guys. In my room, you can see my flag on the wall, classic sign of a bachelor. But anyways, let's see. Started as an independent in my youth, stuff like that. I definitely not a bot, but let's see. I didn't like to call myself conservative or Democrat because I thought the two-party system was a little silly and you should be able to be a free thinker and all that kind of stuff. I grew up where I am living now in Las Vegas. I'm a veteran of the Army, traveled the world, came back to Vegas, although I kept saying I wouldn't. Became a teacher, and although I did mostly vote Republican, I did often choose a Democrat from time to time because of, some of their views, different things like that. But then, let's see, I joined the Army, traveled the world and everything like that, and I started to see things differently. I saw how I could get along with people of all races, cultures, people from different countries all over the world, worked with Muslims in my deployments, all things like that. So, yeah, I basically got a little bit more of a conservative viewpoint that grew on me over time. And then I became a teacher in Vegas, and that was like crazy. Trump gets elected, and the school I was working at literally had the principal have a meeting with us and to tell us that the kids would come in that day and they would be scared, and we had to reassure them that no one's going to come and take them away from their parents and kidnap them and send them to another country. And one of the reassurances they told us to give was that Trump isn't actually president yet. Something could still happen. And I'm like, what are you guys telling these people? You're telling these kids that they should be afraid because Trump is going to be president, but hey, something may stop that. What, are you thinking he's going to be killed? What, are you thinking they're going to try stopping him in some other crazy way? I mean, legally elected, you literally have to get rid of the Constitution to make this work. And this is the argument that they were telling us to tell these kids. And then they literally, as they were talking, the principal and some of the people were like, yeah, I'm scared too. And they're like, yeah, me too. Trying to light it up because of how scared everyone was. And I am sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, if I tell these people I'm a Republican or that I voted for Trump, they are going to attack me. It was crazy. But even now, I still, with my students, sit down and I talk to them and I explain the life to them. And I'm like, don't think like what other people just tell you to do. Think for yourself. Ask questions. Look stuff up. I had some girls in my class this past year, 3rd grade class. And these girls were saying I should have voted for Clinton and stuff like that. And I'm like, I tell them about the Benghazi incident, and I tell them about a couple other things that happened with her, and they were like, oh, never mind, we shouldn't vote for her, but we still aren't voting for Trump. And I'm like, that's fine, you don't have to. You don't have to vote for anyone you don't want to. But don't just vote for someone just because they have a Democrat next to their name. And that reminds me of a time when I was in Washington State, and as I was sitting there filling out my little voting slip a few years ago, this was, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago by now. Can't remember. Yeah. But during one of the elections, and I was voting and stuff like that. And here is these people in the table near me, and they're literally saying, who should I vote for? And the person next to them says, vote for the D. Mark the D. That's it. There was no concept of this is what they believe, this is what they think, this is what they do. And then I always use that as the example for why the electoral system is needed and not the popular vote, because people vote for who they're told to. The time when if you have the electoral system, you have to have the two-party system. They go together. If you want to get rid of any and all parties and only do popular vote because you're saying, okay, this person believes this and this only, I can go with that, but it has to be no parties. You can't even hint that this person is or was a socialist or whatever. But that's my take. Just my opinion. Okay. I'm not sure if there's anything. Oh, yeah. One more thing to say. Just one more. I promise. I try not to make this too long. I'm a Christian. Yes. And one of the reasons why I really wanted to join this group is because not only am I a walk away from the concept of independent to conservatism, but I am also a believer in walking with anyone who wants to have a difference in opinion of mine. Because why? Because that's what makes America great. That's what makes this land great. I love it. I love that we can have a conversation and not hate each other. So I leave with this final mark. Whoever you are, LGBT, sorry if I said it wrong, I think I said it right, Muslim, atheist, Wicca, vampire, I do know they're out there, I knew a few. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I love you. I love you all of you, no matter who you are, where you are, I love you all. And I hope the world to you. The world is there with you, and I will stand by you wherever you are. God bless you. I love America.